Good morning. This is Pastor Pete on this Friday morning, and I have a devotional moment for you. And this is part 2 from what I began yesterday, and this is about empathy. Okay, so yesterday we talked about empathy as having 4 important essential ingredients. And the first attribute is 1, being able to take the perspective of someone else, so getting in someone else's shoes from their perspective. The second one is avoiding judgments. Okay, so we want to weep with those who weep, grieve with those who grieve, rejoice with those who rejoice, at the same time not judge them. Okay, and so we're going to look at the second 2 attributes of empathy this morning. But first I want to talk a little bit about how Brene Brown, our researcher, talks about this. She talks about empathy as an important tool that we can use that drives connection with other people. Sympathy, on the other hand, she says that actually drives disconnection. And the example that she uses is someone who's having a hard time. Imagine they're like in a deep, dark pit, a hole in the ground, right? Literally, they're in a hole in the ground. And they're having a difficulty, and a friend, realizing what that difficulty is, looks down into the hole, goes down the ladder, says, "This is really difficult. I don't know how to solve this, but I'm here with you." Now, that's empathy. It drives connection to the person. Sympathy, on the other hand, if it's driving disconnection, kind of the person stays up on the surface, looks through the hole, explains, "Oh, wow, that looks really bad down there. I don't think I want to go down there. I don't think I want to, feel what that feeling is like. Sorry about that. Hey, and can I get you a sandwich?" Sometimes sandwiches are helpful, but you can see how that perspective drives disconnection between people. Okay, so what are the next 2 essential qualities of empathy? Well, the next one is being able to recognize emotions in other people. Okay, you remember Jesus. In John chapter 11, he heard about the death of his friend, and it is the shortest Bible verse in the Bible. Maybe you had this as your memory verse because it was easy. Well, he went to be with the sisters of Lazarus who had died, and he went with them and he wept. This is Jesus not only recognizing the emotion of the sisters, but then sharing in that himself. Empathy requires us to be able to find a space inside of us that can connect with other people in their feelings. It doesn't mean that we have to feel them for them. It doesn't mean we have to take over and solve their feelings. It just means that we can be with them in that. And when Jesus weeps, he shows his ability to be empathetic and to be with them in that. So recognizing the emotion in other persons. So then the fourth quality of empathy is being then able to communicate an understanding of that feeling. And this is where we drive towards connection, even unity. The Apostle Peter in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 8, talks about how we're all supposed to be of one mind, that we're all supposed to be seeking unity together, like-minded, sympathetic, sharing love for one another, compassionate, and humble. This, of course, these are attributes that we get from Jesus. So that if we're able to see emotions that other people have, that when we are able to share these attributes that drive us towards relationship with them, so finding out who they are, how, what has happened, holding on to them and being with them in that situation, not trying to fix it, not trying to solve the problem, but simply being with them. That is the mind of Christ. After all, when we believe in Jesus, remember we talked about how Jesus is Emmanuel. He's with us. God's not just God far away, but he sends his Spirit to be near us, to give us resources that we need to be with people in their times of difficulty. So that is part of our call as followers of Jesus, is to be empathetic. Now, it doesn't mean that we're problem solvers, like I've said. Sometimes it means even not knowing. Sometimes it even means, even if you think you know how you could solve a problem or give advice, it means holding on to that for a while. Because what a person really doesn't need is someone to fix their emotional problems. You see, they do have the capacity to solve their problems on their own with God's help and with other people's help. often what they most need is a partner to go through these experiences with them, to assure them that they're not alone, that their feelings are valid, that they're not crazy, but that they're human. Isn't that what we need most of all? It's just to be assured that we are loved and cared for. That's one of the greatest gifts of being in community. And when we have empathy, it drives our connections towards one another. All right, so I hope this is helpful. I hope it helps you to be more empathetic with others in what it is that they might be going through. And maybe it helps you also kind of know what you need sometimes when you're going through emotions. And that you can even say that to someone else. It's like, you know what? I don't need you to fix it. I don't need you to solve my problem. But would you just be with me in this and help me and help me know that you understand? All right. I hope that is a gift to you, and that God's Spirit is able to provide these resources to you when you need them. All right. Hope you have a terrific Friday and a wonderful weekend. God bless you.